Gumbel's here. Hey, Greg.
Hey, man.
How's it going?
I'm good, thank you. How you doing? Happy holidays to you.
Thanks a lot. Are you excited to be in Detroit for Thanksgiving?
I will be. I'll be there tomorrow, and I do the game there in Detroit every other year, and I just think that it's a real hoot if you get to do something that you always watched as a kid, and having sat down in front of the television set every Thanksgiving Day and just waited for the game to come on from Detroit. It's a nice thing to experience.
Well, it's one of my favorite things since I moved here is going to a pro football game on Thanksgiving. It's just it gives it a whole nother feel to things. I mean, the holiday's nice, but holiday and to see a pro football game in the same day, you can't beat that.
Hey, there are a lot of things you can't beat in this world. That's one of them.
I'm sure your family's not nuts about it, but you've gotten to see some good games here. You saw the second most memorable coin toss in Lions history after yesterday.
The funny thing about that is you sit there and you watch the game and you go, how can you screw up something like that? Mm-hmm. Something that easy, how can you do it? But, people manage to. How did
you get the call, Greg? Because a lot of people didn't even hear him say the call on it and didn't know that had happened. Were you guys aware of it right away?
I thought, we heard it as soon as it happened, and I forget which player it was, but, when it came down.
Bettis called it.
Well, then when it came down tails or whatever it came down, he said, I said tails. And the guy said, no, you said head. And, all of a sudden it's chaos, and you go, how can you screw up something as simple as a coin toss? And of course, what they've done since then is you make the call before they ever toss it in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the result of that game.
Now, which game did you do yesterday?
I was in Miami yesterday, did the Dolphins and the San Diego Chargers.
Did you and Phil talk about the Morninweg situation and the Lions calls in overtime at all, or did you?
No. Well, you know what? We didn't even know anything about it until once you get out of the stadium, you're pretty much focused on your own game.
Mm-hmm. But did you get a chance to absorb it or study the circumstances or see
I'll get a game tape today and take a look at it and see what went on. But I hear things were pretty interesting.
Yeah, the wind was about 17 miles per hour. I'm reading the Chicago account of it. I hadn't seen an MPH on it, but the wind was 17 miles per hour. And unfortunately for Marty, because this isn't boding well, the Bears had scored in the final two drives of the fourth quarter and really moved down the field. So his premise that he had confidence in the defense is not going over real well, not to mention the fact that it's very rare that someone doesn't take the ball when they win that coin toss.
Yeah.
So we combine that with his 5-21 record going into the game and the penalty he accepted in overtime. Let's see, they had 4th and 8 from the 35. It would have been a 52-yard Edinger field goal attempt into the wind, which Marty wanted. And Marty took a 10-yard penalty to put him back another 10 yards and give him third down. And, of course, they got 15 yards.
Well, let me put it this way. It sounds like that there will be a lot for me to talk about with the Lions when I get there.
Yeah, I would say. No doubt. He's really I can't think of anybody who's been under quite this much fire, although Wayne Fontes definitely. There's a lot of pressure on Wayne Fontes.
Wayne did attract his share of attention in his days there. But you know what? Until the franchise turns around and starts to head in the right direction, most everybody associated with the program is going to catch their share.
I think this is I think this might be Millen's chance to survive and sacrifice Morninweg. It sounds ugly, and I don't know Matt Millen. I don't know how he operates, but I think this really puts more pressure on Marty, whereas I felt like I don't know. Mike, what do you think? I thought Millen was really feeling a little more heat than Marty before yesterday.
He's obviously taken it off himself by not being in the public eye like he was last year.
And Marty making the goof yesterday certainly puts more heat on him.
Spotlight.
Well, you're talking about how Matt acts as a general manager. I've known Matt for a long time, but I've never known him as a GM. And, I'm hoping he's around. We can have a conversation tomorrow, too, because I'm sure his take on everything will be very interesting, to say the least.
Do you think Matt...
And it's bound to show up during the game.
Matt Millen he sounds like he would not walk out on his commitment. He says he gave it 5 years, and he plans to be here for all 5 years. Do you think that... if things continue in the direction they're going, that he would stick with that, or
well, I would never pretend to speak for Matt, but I do know this. I know that he has wanted to be a general manager for as long as I have known him, and I I don't know that that situation would be such that he would turn around and walk away from it without trying to fix it the way he wants to. So my guess would be that he would stick it out. But again, there's no way that I can speak for Matt.
What's the best game you've done this year?
It might well have been opening day. I was in Buffalo. We did the Jets and the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, yeah, Bledsoe's first game.
And Bledsoe with a touchdown pass to tie it in the final minute of the game, and then the Jets returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the better ones.
That was a great game.
Yeah, we've had some games that, look really good on paper, like yesterday's game. You would have thought the number one rusher in the NFL in LaDainian Tomlinson and the number 4 rusher in Ricky Williams, and one team 7-3 and tied for the top in their division, the other 6-4 and leading their division, and it had all the earmarks of a knockdown, drag-out battle all the way to the final minute, and it was basically over by the
that was bad,
quarter.
Awful. Now you're coming to Detroit tomorrow?
I am.
And what plans do you guys have to do? Will you be shooting stuff for a couple days? And
No,
then...
what we do is we'll attend the Lions practice session. We'll do some interviews. We'll watch some game film. And then on Wednesday, when the Patriots come in, we'll do the same thing. Meet with them, do some interviews, have a production meeting. We'll probably have a little Thanksgiving dinner for our entire broadcast crew, and then we'll do the game on Thursday, and then fly out.
Well, Marty's been very adamant that he would do it again, and I don't know. It just seems like the more you open your mouth after something like that, the worse it gets. But very curious to hear today if he has a new tune, do you think an NFL coach, is it better in this circumstance to say, you know what, I've thought it over and I wouldn't do it that way again. I screwed up and I'm sorry. Or do you think an NFL coach has to stick to his guns?
Well, first of all, I think an NFL coach has his reasons for doing things, and whether you agree with them or not, I think you have to go along with the fact that he does have a particular reason for having done something. Now, whether other people agree with that reasoning or not is an entirely different story.
It's about 99.99 to Marty in terms of agreeing with him.
But you know why? It's because of the way it turned out.
Yeah.
We were looking at a game earlier this year. It was the Rams-Denver Broncos game, and Mike Martz caught all kinds of hell for going for something on 4th down, and it didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't work out because the team didn't execute it. The fact of the matter is the play was open. The quarterback just missed the open receiver. On the other side of the field, Mike Shanahan went for a 4th down at midfield at one point. His team converted, and the next day, all you hear about is that Shanahan is a genius and Mike Martz is an idiot. And, it all depends on how things turn out. If they work well, you're a genius. If they don't work, then you're an idiot.
2020, let's see, it was a couple months ago I saw Bryant and Hillary. They got married, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
They got married in August down in West Palm Beach.
How was the wedding?
It was fine. It was fun. We had a good time.
Well, now, were a lot of his famous friends, the Matt Lauers and people like that there?
Matt was there, but it was a very small wedding. I would say that there were no more than 20 or 21 guests.
Did Matt?
So it was a very, very small, intimate gathering, and my brother's very happy. I'm happy for him.
Did Matt have the haircut yet?
Yes, he did, as a matter of fact.
He did. Did you say anything, Greg, or did you just let it go?
No, of course not.
I don't know. He doesn't look right to me. He looks, I can't describe it. He seems like Marty Morninweg sticking to his decision. Because he's keeping it really short as if it's not a bad call.
You guys are really, really tough. You know that?
It's that bad a haircut, though.
Well, a guy's got a right to do it. A guy's got a right to do it.
I know. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to be more avant-garde. I don't know what he's doing, but it's not working. Anyway, what I was going to ask you about, did you see Bryant on 2020 with Barbara Wawa?
Yes, I did.
He was all over her. He couldn't keep his hands off her.
Off of Barbara?
Off of Hillary. Now, Barbara, who couldn't keep their hands off Barbara? My God.
Exactly. Yeah, your guy's only human.
But, man, Hillary had to tell him, and Barbara's like, would you get your hands off her? Jesus, Bryant.
No, they were, look, there are, cameras are there for an extended length of time, and they shoot what they shoot, and everything's all over the place, and then, when it comes down to it, they tend to use whatever they have in the can and go with it.
Greg's just defensive because he's got that animal gene, too.
Yeah.
He knows it.
Right. I have 3 hands.
Well, Greg, listen, we'll look forward to seeing you. Hang on the line, too, because I want to get a Stones bootleg to you while you're here.
Hey, by the way, did you get a chance to see them?
Yeah, Ford Field.
I saw them once at Madison Square Garden in New York, and I saw them again down in Miami.
Mm-hmm. Which show did you like better?
It's hard to tell. I like them both. I've never seen them do what I consider to be a bad show.
I haven't either. You didn't happen to see any of the intimate shows, the bar shows, or?
You know what? I would want to stay away from that, and it's been confirmed to me. My guess is that if they move into a setting that small, then what they're going to do is they're going to go to a slower-paced, more bluesy, less heavy-duty rock and roll kind of show, which is fine, except if you really want to see them belt out Brown Sugar and a couple of other things. I just don't think they're going to do it in that kind of setting.
What were your favorite tunes?
Well, Brown Sugar is always my number one favorite.
Yeah, opening tune too.
Sometimes.
Oh, not always.
I think they did Brown Sugar at the outdoor stadiums as the opening tune. In the arenas, like Madison Square Garden, they opened with Street Fighting Man. And
oh, wow.
In a small club, they started with Start Me Up.
Well, they did. Here they did Brown Sugar. It's Only Rock and Roll. I'm trying.
Tumbling
Dice, and then the new one.
Don't Stop.
Yeah. And they did Love Train. They had some different touches here, too. It was a great show.
Love Train.
Yeah, it was kind of strange.
Love Train, and then there's a new Gap commercial out, and I'm going, this song is hot.
That was Ford Field's first big show that I went. It really sounded good. In fact, you haven't seen Ford Field yet, have you?
No, I haven't. I'm looking forward to it. This will be my first visit, and, after so many years out in Pontiac, the amazing thing is we can actually catch earlier flights home after the game because you're not in transit for an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. What do you take more seriously, the Rolling Stones or pro football?
All the Stones. Come on,
that's an easy one, isn't it? Well, you're going to love Ford Field. And Greg, hang on. I got a great Stones bootleg for you if you just hang on here.
Bud.
All right, nice talking to you. We'll see you Thanksgiving.
I betcha.
All right. Greg Gumbel. He and Phil Simms will be doing a game this Thursday. And you know it's going to be a good game. Granted, just find out where he is quietly if you... We had Gumby's phone number for years.
Yeah.
And he was great about returning calls and stuff. And what did he change his number?
Yeah, he
did. Okay. Well, we have a star 69 coming. Star 69 opportunity in a second here.